WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
I don't know shit about fuck.
Oops. Better unmute my mic before I start talking. What's going on, everybody? Here we are. Looks like everything's going okay, but it wasn't earlier. It was weird. It's just everything just stopped working all of a sudden. But welcome, everybody. This is Friday Night Freedom. We have all woken up from our food-induced comas. And we are here once again for Friday Night Freedom. Welcome, everybody. Hope you had an awesome Thanksgiving. I don't know. Well, some people celebrate with shit tons of food and family and whatnot. Others don't do anything at all. I actually did. I kind of went the food route. I didn't go anywhere. Usually, a friend of mine has like a get together. He'll smoke a turkey or something like that. But he didn't. He had plans with his girlfriend's side of the family, so he'll probably do something for New Year's or Christmas. So I didn't intend. I really did not intend on doing anything. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you?
We had it tonight actually, because my mother had to work Thursday, so we held the. So I'm kind of, like I said, I'm tired. I'm like, ugh. You're
on the beginning stages of the. I ate too much. Now I need to hibernate.
Everyone else in the house went to sleep. I'm still like,
That's funny. Yeah, I went to like Wednesday. I didn't plan on doing anything. Wednesday, I went to the grocery store just to get things and stuff. I needed what did I need? Let's see. It was super crowded. My intention upon entering the store was to get some milk and some cereal along with some bread and some lunch meat. That's all I wanted. But then everybody in there is like scrambling for not so much turkeys, but just, they're doing the fresh vegetables. They're getting, sodas and beer and whatnot, and big bottles of wine and stuff. Just things that they forgot or they think that they need more of. Because there's all, mom's in the kitchen cooking, and we don't have, we've only got 30 cases of fucking, chicken broth. Can you go and grab some more just in case, stuff like that. There was a lot of that going on. So, I'm walking around and people are doing their shopping and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll do something anyway. So I ended up getting all the things that were on my list, the 4 items. And then I ended up getting, I'm like, I don't want a whole turkey. Chances are if I bought a whole turkey, it wouldn't thaw out before tomorrow. So I got it's about as big as a football, but it's a turkey breast roast. And all it is just it's the white meat off the turkey. And it's in a cooked netting and stuff. And I figured that would thaw out pretty quickly. And then I'm reading the package, and you don't have to cook that. You cook it for 3 hours if it's frozen, 2 hours if it's not frozen.
So it's kind of like a ham, kind of.
Kind of. But it's, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. It's the chicken breast it's turkey breast without the rest of the damn turkey.
Oh, there you go.
So, there's no bones or nothing in there. It was good. It was really, really good. I seasoned it with like garlic salt and a stick of butter and shoved that thing in the oven for 2 hours, and it was perfect. It was so good. But I made sweet potatoes, and I made green beans and rolls, and that thing came with gravy, so I had gravy. It was good, man. It was really, really good. I ate the rest of it today. I ate half of it yesterday, the rest of it today. Now, no more leftovers. I've got pie left. If anybody wants some pie, I've got a whole pumpkin pie left. Come on over. I'll cut you a slice.
I didn't even get to the pie. I was stuffed.
Not yet. It'll come tomorrow. Stan Lee says we're cutting out.
I'm not hearing that.
Yeah, I'm not having any issues on my end. 0 frames dropped. CPU usage 0.015, so I'm good. It might be our streaming service that we have. I don't know. So anyway, like I was saying earlier, I hope everybody had a really good Thanksgiving, and thanks for taking time out of your schedule to hang out with us tonight. I'm not sure how much of it might be a full 2 hours. It might not be a full 2 hours. I don't know. Because I don't know. I think I decided after 4 stories we're going to take a break, but I don't know. There's certain things that you just don't take a break on. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Fuck it, we'll do it live. So before we begin, make sure you tune in on the 29th, which is this Tuesday, for Pop Culture Warrior. CQ and Radar are going to be welcoming voice actor David Lodge to the show. David's been a voice actor for a very long time, with credits on IMDb going back as far as 1978. He's truly a talented voice actor, and we're honored and excited to have him on the station. So, I once thought that I could do like voice acting, and maybe I could, but I hear, because if you go to David Lodge's website, he has like samples and stuff. This dude does like hundreds of voices, different voices, and I'm like, dude, the only thing I can do is talk like Sergeant Major Gene Vandenham, stupid shit like that,
I can't do voices.
It's and I'm sure it's not the voice thing. It's just using your voice to act and putting a character to your voice. I mean, it helps if you have multiple characters, but I don't have any. I've got one.
Got a whole bunch floating around in my brain. But...
So anyway, that's happening this Tuesday. So I guess we get onto the show. So once upon a time, in 2016, Wanda Dench sent a text message to her grandson inviting him over for a Thanksgiving feast, or so she thought. Instead, her text message was received by Jamal Hinton, who was sitting in his class at Desert Vista High School at the time. Wanda's grandson had recently changed his phone number, and this phone number now belonged to Jamal, so he got the message. The two figured out that they had made a mistake. They sent each other selfies, and then Hinton asked if he could still come over for dinner. And Dench says, "Of course you can. That's what grandmas do. Feed everyone." So this year marks the 7th year in a row that they've spent Thanksgiving together, and it's become quite a tradition. I remember hearing that story a long time ago.
Many years back.
And I'm like, dude, that's just the coolest shit right there. And he's still doing it. And it's like he and his girlfriend, fiance, I don't know, or it might be his sister, who knows. They're still carrying the tradition on. Every time I get a freaking text message, a wrong text message, it's not food related.
All my text messages are 3M. Hey, claim your 3M earplug stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, your 3M stuff, or your Camp Lejeune. Hey, Branko's here. Happy birthday, Branko.
It's Branko's birthday?
It's Branko's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday there.
So anyway, I'm glad that Mr. Jamal Hinton is still carrying this forward. But that lady's husband, I think, died last year. What's his name?
Sucks.
Yeah. They had there's some photos and stuff online of their get together, and they had like a big group photo, and then they had like a picture of him there because he's not there, obviously. So Thanksgiving isn't a holiday for everyone. Not everybody loves loves Thanksgiving. A lot of people want to freaking like cancel it and shit. Highly educated, smart people want to cancel it, just not because of the Indian thing. I mean, there's some because of the Indian thing, but some just because of medical reasons. On Wednesday, Dr. Esther Chu, a professor of emergency medicine at Oregon Health and Science University, gave her thoughts on how to prevent respiratory illnesses such as COVID-19 and RSV during the holiday season. She tweeted that, quote, "For many reasons, Thanksgiving should be canceled. Winter holidays should be moved to the summer." Additionally, Chu touted several benefits of such a move, including the lack of bad holiday-themed sweaters, the avoidance of snowed-in winter weather travel, and the fact that you simply don't have to endure Thanksgiving. She sounds like just a peach to be around, doesn't she?
I was about to say, she's a blast at a party, ain't she?
Kidding.
You know, he sounds like my... Never mind, I'm going to say that.
So it wasn't immediately clear to other social media accounts whether Chu was joking about her proposals, and it prompted a flurry of heated responses and arguments over the proposed holiday agenda change. The Rapid Response Director for Governor DeSantis responded that we should, quote, "cancel public health tyrants instead." Benjamin Ryan, an NBC News and New York Times contributor, says, "I can't tell if you're joking or not." Podcaster Josh Barrow said, do only total weirdos enter Masters in Public Health programs, or do Masters in Public Health programs turn people into weirdos? all that education and your common sense just goes out the freaking window. So yeah, she's not a fan of winter weather get-togethers.
Oh, so she don't like the winter. That's what she is, a summer person. She's not a winter person. Some people are winter people. You got to get over that.
I'm a 365-day person. Whatever the weather is what it is. I mean, when I went to Montana over Halloween, and it was 70-something degrees here. I landed in Bozeman, and it was freaking 18 degrees. Guess what? I brought a jacket.
Okay, just get that thick skin, just
yeah. So, you just got to deal with shit. So Josh Cooper says, "Hey guys, this turkey has been 2
degrees below the safe guidelines." That's her.
Yeah.
That's her. That's what
yeah,
he's right. Throw it all out.
Yeah, you know what? When I made my turkey, I actually did take the temperature. I was making sure it was at least 170 degrees, just like recommended.
I thought it was 185 for the breast, to the breast, but that's just me. But
okay, well then I missed it by 10 degrees. I thought it was 170.
I thought it was 185. I literally did, but the stuffing. You gotta make sure the stuffing hits at least 165. So you're good at that point.
And so
that's just my guidelines.
so are there any vegans in the house here?
Oh dear Lord!
Now that I've asked, I mean, if you're a vegan, you're probably going to tell us. And I asked for it, so are there any vegans in the house? Because boy, this story that I ran across was just incredible here. So this Thanksgiving, the Oatly Emotional Support Hotline for plant-based eaters. See, what I was hoping beyond hope that Ice was going to do a show yesterday. So I sent this into our news chat. And I'm like, dude, you got to tell this story. And he's like, I ain't doing a show. So I'm going to do it.
Emotional support hotline.
Yes.
For plant-based.
Isn't that awesome?
I wish the audience could see the twitch that's forming in my eye right now, but I'm just saying that okay, all right.
So first, I didn't know what Oatly was. Oatly is a company. They're a Danish company that makes essentially they make a number of things, but they're most known for their oat milk, not goat milk, oat milk, OAT milk.
Show me a teat on an oat.
I don't know what, I mean, how do you get, I've seen oats before. There's not a lot of moisture in them. So I don't know where they're getting milk from oats, or it's a filtered slurry of liquid. I don't know.
It's gruel.
So here we go. So this hotline is offering unique resources for vegans looking for support during this challenging holiday. This is their words, not mine. What happens when you call in? Well, you've got options. First, you can listen to the main menu in different formats, including English or Swedish, accompanied by smooth jazz or elevator music, or read by a 5th grader from Kansas who won a Thanksgiving essay contest. Pressing 1 will get you to personal affirmations to help emotionally navigate a traditional meat and dairy-heavy Thanksgiving dinner. Pressing 2 will get you to useful stats and talking points to defend your reasons for going vegan from a climate perspective. Want to scream and avoid your and void out and do you want to scream into the void about your frustrations about explaining your plant-based diet to people? Oatly gives you 30 seconds to do so by just pressing the number 3. Pressing 4 will get you a locker room style motivational speech inspired by the 1993 sports movie Rudy. Other tools on the hotline include tips about weaving the benefits of plant-based eating into the conversation and deflection tactics, such as asking if there's smoke coming from the oven when the conversation gets too daunting. Yeah. Oh, well, I think Pookie's dead. Are you okay, man?
No, my blood. I need to go take some blood pressure meds right now because I'm about to have a stroke. See, I'm the asshole that go and put bacon in everything. Just little bits of it, not tell no one. Just like, oh yeah, this is perfectly good. Here's some green beans. Have fun at it.
Oh yeah, bacon and green beans is awesome. I usually put bacon grease in my green bean casserole stuff.
Fatback, you got a fatback. Fatback goes in everything.
Yep.
Hate to say it.
So I first of all, I didn't know that they had a self-help hotline, and I didn't know people were so emotionally fragile that they can't handle a holiday such as Thanksgiving. That's meat centric.
I hate to say this. I really do hate to say this, but they really need to make bullying great again, because I think some of these kids would have been a little bit more stable had they, had their nose broken a couple times growing up. Because they act like they're just like pieces of glass and anything will shatter them. But I mean, to each their own. That's your own opinion. I mean, I don't mind if you're a vegan, but I mean, I have an issue when you start trying to force it down my throat. That's my only issue at that point.
Yeah, I mean, they can't, or they won't eat meat, so they don't want anybody else to either. I'll bet you since Thanksgiving is kind of a very meat centered holiday with hams and turkeys and briskets and whatnot. It all depends on what part of the country. I'll bet you John Madden really gave them a coronary when he made that turducken. It's like all kinds of meats all thrown into one.
Ooh, my man right there. No, I saw on the TikTok. I was browsing TikTok, and this vegan girl goes on there. And you're from Texas, so you're probably used to seeing this in the meat market area of the grocery store this time of year. Is whole pig's heads.
If you have to go to it like a butcher shop for that, but we got chicken feet and we got all kinds of weird stuff.
Well, this vegan girl is losing her mind about seeing pigs' heads, and I'm like, you obviously don't know what a tamale is. Obviously, you've never had a tamale your entire life. I feel bad for you. You need to reevaluate your life if you've never eaten a tamale. I'm just saying that.
And the best ones come out of from the bad part of town, from the trunk of some lady's car.
Oh, there used to be this old OG, like well, I call them eloteros or whatever it is. I guess it's a proper term, where they go around, but he'd go to the bars late at night, like around 10, 11 o'clock at night.
What a great business plan, dude.
Ooh, and he'd walk in there, he'd be like, tamale, 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 and I'll be like, oh yeah, and you get 2 for $5. Oh, and I'd buy like 3 or 4 of them.
Holy shit. That is expensive, man. Holy crap.
Yeah, but he knew his target audience was drunk, and hey, tamales sounds really good right now. There were some good tamales, so I don't know. He just had to hustle there.
You know,
so,
it's like having a Girl Scout cookie thing right outside of a weed dispensary.
Oh yeah. It's just that right there. This whole story just kind of hurts me to my soul. Like I remember there used to be like a butterball hotline. You know, like oh crap, the turkey's burning. Oh, what do I do? You know, you call the butterball hotline to help you out with a turkey. We got this now.
Yeah, no, we got the opposite, and we got freaking Google and the internet. You can figure out anything. Did you see that? There's a video out there of a lady yelling at her. I want to say it's an older woman yelling at her kid because her kid made Thanksgiving dinner and made macaroni and cheese and put a dozen of eggs in it.
Well, why?
I don't know. And it's never explained. I'll share this with you after we get off.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to see it.
But it's super funny, man, because she's just laying into her. I'm just gonna say it's her daughter. She's like, you don't experiment with recipes on Thanksgiving. You do the recipes.
I think I see that.
You do the recipes that I tell you. You do this stupid shit that you found on the fucking internet.
What was his name? Anthony Bordeaux, or whatever it is, or however you pronounce his name. The cook guy that traveled around all over the place. He even used to say that is you don't experiment during Thanksgiving. You don't. You just keep the tradition.
Oh,
you got the rest of the year to play around with crap.
Anthony Bourdain, yeah.
Yes, yeah. He even said that. Don't experiment with tradition. Stick to tradition during Thanksgiving. You got the rest of the world to play around with whatever the heck you want to at that point.
I agree. Unless it's a small dish. If you're just experimenting, it's a small dish, great. But not something as big as like macaroni and cheese or a turkey or something. The first time that we deep fried a turkey, we also roasted a turkey just in case the deep fried didn't turn out.
Oh, that deep fried turkey's where it's at. That's all I gotta say.
It turned out pretty damn good. So we had a ton of turkey left over. That's how I think my mother-in-law was making. I mean, we had the turkey sandwiches, of course, but then she made like a turkey salad with like walnuts and some kind of sauce. We had
the day after Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving, you experiment all you want. Just don't mess up the turkey. Don't mess up the mac and cheese. You can't. Don't mess up the mac and cheese. Don't add cauliflower to your mac and cheese.
Oh my god! Or a dozen eggs. I don't know. I need to find this recipe to see why do I need a dozen eggs in macaroni and cheese.
I've seen people use like maybe one or two egg yolks kind of as a binder to kind of hold it together. Yeah. But a dozen wouldn't make sense to me at that point.
That's a lot of eggs, dude. It's like scrambled eggs and noodles and cheese.
But she's just trying to up the protein. That's what she's trying to do. She's just trying to up the protein. Or her cousin was a vegan screaming at the oat hotline. You know,
God. Marshall's freaking out again. We're putting eggs in the fucking macaroni and cheese this year.
Oh God, I could not just. Could you imagine? I don't even want to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. It's kind of. I'm going to get into it. Could you imagine sitting down at a Thanksgiving with a bunch of vegans? I mean, what are you eating? Kale chips?
Thanksgiving salad?
Yeah, I mean, I like almond milk. I don't know. I would like to see like. If there's a vegan out there that's probably not losing their head because me talking crap, show me what a good vegan Thanksgiving meal looks like, and I'll try it. I won't knock anything, but I like my meat, you know?
Yeah, I like the meat. I like the gravy. I'm a big fan of gravy and mashed potatoes or gravy and rolls. It's just, and that's made from the fat drippings from the turkey. So, yeah. Not a big fan of turkey. I'd prefer ham, I think, over turkey. I do like turkey, ham. But I prefer, if I had a choice, I'd choose ham. Or like a smoked ham.
To me is more of a holiday, like a Christmas kind of thing for
Christmas,
me. Duck. Yeah, I like duck too, but
duck's greasy and gamey.
Depends on the duck. Depends on the duck. What type of duck? Huh? I like duck because it is greasy and gamey, and I like gamey food. So there's
Well, okay. Well, I guess you'd have to like gamey food. Do you remember Justin Wilson, the Cajun chef?
No.
He was this old. He was an old man, and he did a cooking show, and he just had this really thick Cajun accent. And he had some fantastic. He was doing cooking shows before, like around the same time that like Julia Childs was doing. It was before they really got popular.
I think I might. Now that you mention it, this has got to be like in it, like what, like early '80s, mid '80s,
'80s, '90s. Yeah, I'm not sure when
he
he
wore
passed.
like a weird chef hat while he was cooking.
I don't remember. I know that he wore suspenders and like like who. I mean, however you think someone from Louisiana dresses, that's how he dressed.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think he wore a straw hat. He wore a straw hat.
No, I don't remember this. I don't.
But he had someone write in, because he does. You know, people write to him and he answers their questions on the show. And someone says, "How do you cook mud duck?" So he says, "Oh, it's really," and you just thinking this is a really thick accent, you know. He goes, "It's really easy. You slice the breast open like this. You take all off the guts and shit like that." He goes, and then you take a jalapeno and you put it in the cavity, and then you wrap it all back up again, and then you bake it at 350 for 4 hours, and after it's done, you take that duck out of the oven. You open the breast back up. You take the jalapeno out, you eat it, and then you throw the duck in the trash. He goes, "You don't eat mud duck."
You don't eat mud duck.
No.
Happy Thanksgiving there.
I've tried squirrel. I've tried duck.
Squirrel's good eating, too.
Not fans of either of them.
Squirrel is good eating.
The thing is, you need so
Rabbit.
many damn squirrels.
Well, that too, and if you actually,
It's like dove.
hunt
It's
the
like
squirrel,
dove. Dove is delicious. You need like 500 of them to fill you up, though.
That's why you bacon wrap them.
Yep.
You take their breasts, you bacon wrap them. You got some of the best. But dove is like the steak of the sky at that point. But no, what was I gonna say? Squirrel and dove and stuff like that. If you're hunting them, the only crap